The topic for today is your sales presentation or product overview, is it killing your sales? And this is an important conversation. And this is top of mind for me right now because so many people are working so much harder than they need to when it comes to their business. Yes, we have to network. Yes, we have to invite. Yes, we have to explain how the products work. And yes, business is work. You know what is a lot more work? Making 1 out of 10 sales instead of 6 or 7 out of 10 sales. And this is what makes the whole thing really, really exhausting. This is top of mind right now because I was working on Wednesday with a small group mastermind that I have. It's a group of, well, now there's 8 people in there that I work with really closely. And we were having this conversation about sales presentations. And so one of the clients is like, I'm not really charismatic, but I use that format and it was amazing. And it was just so easy. Thank you so much. And another client said, she'd been tracking, I'd asked her to track her stats. She said she went from 27% of people buying on her first appointment to over, I think it was 87%. One of our other clients went from 25% to 60%. She sells life insurance, so that's a huge increase in her income. And the third in this conversation was saying she went from a 25% of people buying to 300%. And here's how she got to 300%. We actually crafted her offer to be, do you want to buy one for you? Or do you want to buy 2 or 3 so that your family does this with you? And that's how she started calculating a 300% sales percentage. And it was really so exciting. And so today, what I want to share with you is what I will call unselling behavior. So how did these 3 individuals go from the low 20s, which, by the way, their company thought was acceptable. Their company, their corporate was like, you're doing great, keep swimming, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Other people in their organizations were like, you're doing great, you're doing so well. And they felt like they were successful, but we've been able to triple their sales in less time, which also increases more people wanting to be builders. So how did we do this? Absolutely not by being high pressure and pushy. I promise you, I will never teach you anything that is high pressure or pushy. We just go with what makes it easiest for customers to buy and what engages customers, what makes them feel comfortable. We're not going to be pushy. What was happening in those 3 presentations is there were things in the presentations that were making it harder for people to move forward. They were making it hard to buy. Business is difficult enough. We do not need to sabotage our businesses by adding in unselling behaviors. One client in particular who's amazing was using her company's slides. And because they were so confusing and customers were getting like glazed over looks, she actually had to speak over the slides in a more simplified way. All the words she was saying was right, but she was fighting against her presentation. And this is a really, really big problem. So what I'm going to do, Buttercups here, is I'm going to just walk through 6 common unselling behaviors, give you an alternative. I'm hoping that one of them is like, oh, okay, I can make an adjustment there. And if this is something that you need help with, this is exactly what we do all day, is we help people with their outlines and their words to say. So please let us know if you don't want to have to figure this out through the School of Hard Knocks. We can get it done in a couple of weeks. All right, unselling behavior number 1, lots of science or just lots of information. Instead, simplify so that you can explain it to an elementary schooler. We want our language to be 5th grade language, 4th or 5th grade language, but really as low as possible. So look at your presentation and ask yourself, could I explain this to a 5th or 6th grader and would they be able to understand it? If not, we'll need to simplify. Unselling behavior number 2, starting off with how great my company is. If I met you and I was like, hey, my name is Tasha. Our company's done almost $5 million in sales training. I have an MBA. I have 23 years experience. I live in Corona, California. I'm so awesome and I'm so awesome. Like you would tune out, right? Hopefully you didn't tune out already, but that would be so frustrating. But almost every presentation that I have seen starts off with, here's how great our company is, which means your customer is tuning out from the get-go. Instead of doing that, start your conversation with when it comes to your problems or challenges or goals, what's important to you. Start off with families turn to this company when they have these problems and these goals. Then you can talk about your company. The third unselling behavior is customizing offers. Now, you'll have a small percentage of people that will need a custom offer, but more of your people are going to be more comfortable moving forward with the most popular kits. And so you want to choose the most popular kits if you're in the financial services industry or you don't, that doesn't make sense for you. We typically do like step one, step two, step three. This is what most clients usually do. But we want to have what most clients usually do feels way safer than for you that you are very unique. And so let me make you something unique. It's usually only necessary for some people. And in month two, we can do some more customization once they've already moved forward. The fourth unselling mistake is cover products not in the kits. And I've been running into this one a lot, especially from really big, what we would call successful companies, is they're going through so many products and then the offer at the end doesn't even include those. And so then that gets really confusing because then at the end you're like, okay, so here this kit and it comes with only this and this and this, like not all the stuff. You want it to be, this is what comes in our foundational package. And let me show you what also comes in our lifestyle one. So like a small and a large version of your kit is going to make it a lot easier to buy. So they're buying just based on their budget, as opposed to being really confused at the end on what comes in it, what doesn't come in it. Also at the end, here's another big unselling thing, covering two different product lines in the same presentation. So for me, this would be like if I was like, you could choose between sales and recruiting. That's one of the reasons recruiting is in our sales course, because we don't want people to feel like they have to make that choice. Instead, we do, would you like to start off with sales or would you like to sign up for a whole year? You get a good deal. Don't do two different product lines in the same presentation. It gets really confusing for customers. Focus on one problem set, one product line, and then introduce a second product line, maybe in month two or month three. The last one I'm going to talk about here is overpromising, using sensational languages or language or overdoing it with testimonials. Remember, friends, don't have anything to prove. We are providing value, not proving value. And so an example of this I saw was some presentation, no side effects. And I was like, that's overpromising because there are people who might have an allergic reaction and a customer will register that as a side effect. And it's going to feel like it's too good to be true. And anything in your presentation that feels like it's too good to be true is probably not appropriate for the first presentation. What you want to do is use stories, a couple sprinkled through, not with every single one. Use a few testimonials sprinkled in. Don't go into overkill where it feels like you're trying to prove your value in the presentation. You want to keep things really, really simple. So what I want you to do is I just want you to think about, out of these unselling behaviors, what's one that you would be willing to admit guilty? What's the adjustment that you can make? And start looking to clean, like just make this a lot simpler so you don't have to work so hard. It'll be way less overwhelming if your presentation is simple and solid. And I'm gonna play this little clip for you that I got a voicemail in one of our masterminds. So this is our client in our who's in our 8-week mastermind. We do all the sales and recruiting and retention. I guess you call them scripts or outlines. And she just recently redid her sales conversation with the format that we teach. I'm going to play this for you.
Oh my God, Tasha! I freaking love you. So, fast forward the story. I had a one on one this morning with a yoga teacher, and she's actually getting trained to teach children as well. She's really getting into the health and wellness lifestyle and has been trying to get a one on one with me from before I went to India. Long story short, on Monday, I knew that it was going to be today. And I literally did everything to like stay attentive, get my slide screens finally done to the way you taught us to teach a class and have our one on one classes. I didn't finish getting all the graphics in. I didn't even get like the business part done, but I got the main portion of everything. And it was like, so easy, so smooth. She not only freaking enrolled Tasha, but she got the 15 ml kit. And she's like, and I would love to hear more about doing the business with you. Once my oil comes in, let's set up another one on one.
I love that. Eat. So bigger kit, and this person wants to learn more about the business. That is what we are shooting for, my friends. If this is something that you want help with or your team needs help with this, please let us know. We are happy to help. Um, that's it for today. I hope this was helpful and encouraging for you. Have an amazing day, and hopefully we'll talk soon.